What's up, guys? NBA Talk. Here to cover Game 6 of the NBA Finals, and it is official. There will be a Game 7 to settle all things in the NBA Finals and see who is going to walk out with the championship. The Cavaliers winning in great fashion, 115 to 101 Golden State Warriors. This game, by far, had the most ingredients, you could say, into this game. Before the pre, because you had so many things going into this game. You have Draymond Green coming back. You have Andrew Bogut. And I have to say on Andrew Bogut, I never understood the true importance of how much value is Andrew Bogut to the team. I learned that now. Andrew Bogut is a very vital person to this team. Surprisingly, even though he only played a few minutes, he's vital to the team. That is just pre. And then you have the whole package itself. So many things: fouls, missed calls, stupid calls from both sides. Injuries and physicality. It was all over the place, man. This game was fantastic, and there are things to come in the postseason. I mean, the post Game 7 was going to come up to Game 7. So here it goes. Pretty much, Cavaliers came off with a huge start. The best I've seen them ever in the finals against the Golden State Warriors in whether it was last year or this year. This was the best start I've seen them go. The first quarter they just obliterated the Golden State Warriors. But of course, the Golden State Warriors came back hard in the second quarter. Um, they pretty much capitalized on the Cavaliers fouling, even though the Golden State Warriors were fouling too. It was like pretty much going back and forth with the fouls. It was getting really out of hand. Important players were pretty much in foul trouble, and they had to be taken out of the game, which changed a whole lot. And then the third quarter happened. The Golden State Warriors started to turn up a little bit even more, bringing the defense up against the Cavaliers. And then the fourth quarter, where the Cavaliers were able to push through, even though the Golden State Warriors were pushing it in, it even brought it down to 10 points, I believe. But then the Cavaliers started to build momentum, and it was a wrap. There was so much things going on into this game. So let's look at the Cavaliers since they won. LeBron James, game of the night for him, straight up. 41 points back to back, 3 block shots, 4 steals, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 16 out of 27 shooting 3 out of 6 from the 3 point range. They were daring this dude to shoot 3 pointers, and he was making them. He was crazy aggressive. He dropped 18 points into the fourth quarter to start it off by himself before everyone started to come in. That mean block on Stephen Curry, and he gave him that look and that talk like, yo, not in my house. We're going to have a game 7. LeBron James was being mean tonight, and this is what we wanted to see from him. Greatness. He's pushing through. He's being more aggressive. And his defense is incredible too. Like, he's playing everyone on defense. Draymond Green, especially Stephen Curry. He always wants Stephen Curry. Kevin Love, he was in foul trouble the whole entire time. The entire time. He only played for 11 minutes, so hopefully we could get something for Game 7. Tristan Thompson is the X Factor. And what I mean by X Factor is the guy who do all the little things, who are just there, who just is that person other than like star players like Stephen Curry or LeBron James, just push it up. people like Draymond Green. This guy pushed it. 15 points, 16 rebounds. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. J.R. Smith, 14 points. He had his moments, poor moments on the fouling, but he did his work. Especially the passing. The ball movement was working well with him. There was still some issues, but he was working it well. Kyrie Irving, he got it started for the first half. 23 points from him. He also had 2 steals to boot. And to my surprise, the bench got some momentum, even though they only scored a little bit. Richardson, Mo Williams got his moments too, instead of Dellavedova, because Dellavedova did not play. He only played for crunch time to run out the clock, but Richardson played the entire. Richardson played the minutes, 31 minutes. Mo Williams played Dellavedova's minutes, which is a great because they're just throwing all types of looks at the Golden State Warriors. Iman Shumpert, he had his problems in this game. Even though he was playing defense, he was just getting into foul trouble and he getting too heated. He needs to calm down, get refocused, and do what he does. Be a good defensive stopper. Danny, I think that's his first name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Danny Jones. He played good defense. As soon as he got on the minutes, he only played for 4 minutes and he played phenomenal. It was just crazy. 51% from the field overall because the inside game was crazy. 37% from the three-point range. 45 rebounds, winning the rebounding department by 10. 24 assists. Only 10 turnovers and 12 steals. And 7 block shots. So phenomenal job from the Cavaliers. So they'll be moving on to Game 7. And now for the Golden State Warriors, there's a lot to go into. 1, Andrew Bogut. To my surprise, I never thought Andrew Bogut was that much important to this team, especially in the first quarter where he sets the tone real big, where he gets the rebounding, the block shots, get the team moving. Just pretty much get the rebound, pass it to Draymond Green or Stephen Curry to push the court. I never thought he was so pivotal, because LeBron James had his way, and there was no Andrew Bogut. Ezeli was a no-show. Harrison Barnes, they had to take his ass out because he couldn't do anything. He couldn't make a shot, nothing. Andre Iguodala, I have to give him props because he was hurt the entire game. He was having back issues. He was going back and forth on the bench, into the locker room. At one point, he kept coming back. He played 30 minutes. I have to give him his props. He was hurt and he was struggling. They didn't even rely on him on the offensive end at all. After he got hurt, he played good, sort of good defense, but it just that he couldn't go off at all. He was stumbling. Draymond Green, he tried. He had his moments on defensive end and on offensive end. 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 points. But he started to get into foul trouble as well, just as much as Stephen Curry and a couple other players. Klay Thompson, he struggled in the first half, but started to pick it up. But then the coach, Steve Kerr, stopped relying on him on the shooting. Started to go more towards the Stephen Curry. Klay Thompson had 25 points. Stephen Curry himself, he was in foul trouble. He fouled out. And then at the end, if you saw the last foul he got at the end in the fourth quarter, well, he threw a fit. He threw his mouthpiece, and it ended up hitting a fan. I think he got a technical foul as well. I don't know if the NBA is going to look into this. I say they're gonna look into this, but they're not gonna really suspend him. At least how I feel, because no way they're going to make Stephen Curry miss the final game of the finals, regardless, because they want that moolah. So I doubt Stephen Curry is gonna go anywhere. He's gonna be in Game 7 for sure. But uh, Stephen Curry had 30 points. He was having his moments. He was doing great. It's just that the defense was all over him, and he kept getting into foul trouble, foul trouble, foul trouble. It's just that they couldn't follow. The team couldn't follow on his momentum. So it was a crazy moment. The bench had its highs and lows. Barbosa was shooting the ball out of hell. 14 points from him, 2 out of 3 from the 3-point range. But everyone else struggled. Brandon Rush struggled. McAdoo struggled. Space struggled. Sean Livingston struggled. Big time. He only played 21 minutes. Um, Verjao, he had his moments on defense. He was very aggressive. And one thing I have to say, he is no longer Cavaliers for sure, because that boy, they were booing him. They were booing him, and Iman Shumpert and Verjao got into it at one point. It was intense. Ezeli, he got abused by LeBron. Mm. The team shot 40% from the field overall, 38% for the 3-point range, 19 assists, um, 14 turnovers. So that's it for me. Um, I will be putting a preview of Game 7, my final predictions as well. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure on tomorrow, but if not Saturday at most. Saturday for sure. If not Friday. So stay tuned. So that's it for me. Cavaliers push it to Game 7. So we're down to the final game, people. Place your votes. Place your bets. Game 7 is coming up. So that's it. Showtime's out. Peace.